a tool traditionally designed to strike animals. Others use it without inflicting pain. But as for gamers, we sure as hell have fun with it. I'm NoPlayin, and this is the Abyssal Tentacle versus the Abyssal Whip. The Abyssal Whip. Without a doubt the most iconic weapon in RuneScape history. Debuting in 2005 and considered a rare drop from the Abyssal Demons. Its design is lethal and requires no second thought to be labelled as a high-end weapon. Its rivalry in this episode is the well-known Abyssal Tentacle. Released in 2014 and can be formed by combining a Kraken Tentacle with an Abyssal Whip. Considered amongst the strongest single-handed weapons in old school RuneScape, and its design is not too different from the Abyssal Whip. Let's compare the two, starting with the weapon stats. The Abyssal Whip has a plus 82 slash bonus and the same figure for its melee strength. This makes it an ideal weapon against monsters such as Hellhounds, who are seen to be weak against slashed attacks. Not only that, but players often use the whip for training and for PvP purposes. Damage wise, the whip hits high and has a DPS rate of 5.07 when up against Hellhounds at max combat. Its accuracy comes just below 84% at 83.99, and its max hit being standard or special attack is 29 with no armor on. Unfortunately though, the Abyssal Whip does not come with its own passive effect and can only rely on its special attack for increased versatility. The Abyssal Tentacle on the other hand has different stat figures and uses. Its slash bonus as of now is the highest in game, coming in at plus 90 along with its melee strength being plus 86. Its uses can be vastly seen in the duel arena, however some players often use it for higher end bossing. Damage is very high for the Abyssal Tentacle, having a DPS rate of 5.3 as well as its own passive effect. This effect provides a 25% chance per hit to poison the opponent at a starting damage of 4. Its accuracy is also high at 84.8% as well as its max hit being 30, which is 1 higher than its competitor. As both weapons incline towards slash style combat, acquiring full effectiveness will only be a case of equipping armor that prioritizes slash bonuses. The animation for their special attacks may be the same, however what they both do is a different story. The Abyssal Whip's special attack, known as Energy Drain, consumes 50% energy and provides a 25% increased accuracy in PvP. Not only that, but it can also extract run energy off your opponent and have it kept for your own uses. The Abyssal Tentacle's special attack is called Binding Tentacle. This attack when activated also consumes 50% energy, but instead, it binds your selected target for up to 5 seconds. Not only that, but it also provides an increased chance of poisoning your enemy. Attack speed is parallel for these weapons, with both having the same level of speed and a hit interval of 2.4 seconds. This makes them fit with the same category as scimitars, and is ideal when considering training as a priority. Accessories and attachments are applicable for both weapons, with the whip having the option to attach potion mixes onto it, making its appearance somewhat more demanding. The Abyssal Tentacle on the other hand is able to go from 10 to 20,000 charges by combining 2 tentacle whips together. This is ideal for players that spend most of their time bossing or staking in the duel arena. So what are the pros and cons of both of these weapons? The whip's price range comes in between 2.5 to 2.6 mil and can be sold after its uses are complete. This essentially means that you're training for free, and who wouldn't want such an option? You can train combat efficiently with it, use it against players in the wilderness, and also have it kept for PvM purposes. Its floors aren't too wide, but unfortunate for the Abyssal Whip, you're only able to train 2 forms of combat, that being attack and defense. The shared option is available, but for training, it's not entirely an effective option. Now with the Abyssal Tentacle, let's start with its benefits. It was once the best single-handed weapon, but unfortunately, this got topped by the Rapier, making the Tentacle shift to second place. Nonetheless though, it's still truly capable for higher-end bossing, as its damage output is surely one to be recognised. It also has a poisonous passive effect, which gives its DPS rate a slight extra boost. Its flaws unfortunately are visible. The tentacle dissolves after 10,000 hits, meaning that its uses are not free at all, and is priced at around 250 GP per hit. Since it dissolves, you're pretty much forced to make profit out of it, making its uses locked mostly to staking rather than anything else. So what will be the ideal option for your needs? If you're looking to save some money and still go with an item that's effective, the Abyssal Whip is definitely your go-to option. It can be sold after its uses are complete and still has a sufficient damage output. If you're into staking, I'd go for the Abyssal Tentacle just because everyone else in the duel arena uses it. You may use it for higher end bossing, but there's plenty of other weapons that do a good job at that as well. That being said, our winner for this video is the one and only Abyssal Whip. For 2.5 mil at 70 attack, you can't go wrong with this heap of a weapon. Overall rating for the Abyssal Whip is 5 stars. It's extremely versatile and doesn't damage the bank like our other weapons do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if there's a pair of weapons you'd like to see me compare, I'll be more than delighted to give it a try. Until then, farewell.